enter into deviation of Nernst distribution law.
Next, we can look at the cases where this Nernst distribution law is not valid, or that C1 by C2 is not a constant. As we already told that this one of the condition is that solute should exist in simple molecules, or that the molecular state of the solute should be same in both the phases. So there are some cases, there are few cases where the solute can undergo association in one of the solvent, or it can react with the solvent either, or it can dissociate in any of the solvents. So let us see one by one. In the first case, where the solute undergo association in one of the solvent. For example, if we are taking benzoic acid and if we are distributing it between water and benzene. So what happens is that in the organic layer, this benzoic acid will exist as a dimer, and in the aqueous layer it is existing as a monomer itself, as benzoic acid itself. So in those cases, in such type of cases, we can't use this Nernst distribution law. So let us see how this is. So this is the we have the X which have the concentration will be C1, and we have the NX which is forming X molecules is forming XN. Okay, that is N molecules of X is forming XN, or if we have two molecules X2, that number, if three molecules is there, X3, like that. So the total concentration of the solute in this phase 2 is taken as C2. So here are some single molecules, and most of the molecules are existing as associated molecules, that is Xn. So we can set up an equilibrium like this. This single molecules can be in equilibrium with the single molecules in the phase 1, and the single molecule can be in equilibrium with the Xn molecule or the associated molecule. So if we can apply the equilibrium constant for this reaction, Xn is in equilibrium with Nx, constant is equal to concentration of equilibrium constant is equal to concentration of X raised to N by concentration of Xn. So this is equal to, if we can take concentration of X is equal to nth root of K into concentration of Xn. That is this part, nth root of K, that we can take as a constant into nth root of Xn. And if this is the associated molecule in the second phase or the phase 2.
So this concentration is taken as C2.
So if we have X is equal to, concentration of X is equal to nth root of C2. Okay, so we know that distribution law is valid if for the molecular species, for the similar molecular species. That means we have X in the capital X in the phase 1 as well as the capital X, a few single molecules, not associated molecules. So from this we got the expression of the concentration of the single molecules in the phase 2. So that is C1 by X is a constant. For this phase only the distribution law is valid. Okay, C1 is the concentration of X in the first phase and concentration of X in the second phase, and that is equal to a constant into nth root of C2. So that we can write like this, C1 by nth root of C2 into a constant. That constant we can take this side. So that is equal to, or we can write C1 by nth root of C2 is equal to the Nernst distribution coefficient. So when a dissociation happens, an association happens, this distribution law is like this. That is, C1 by C2 is not a constant there. This constant will be equal to C1 by nth root of C2. So there are problems may ask like this. You may ask to find out whether this molecule is, they will give some Kd value, and they will ask whether this molecule is existing as associated or not. So for in that case you have to apply this value, that you have to write this, find out the value for this constant for this expression, and if it is coming for different cases, if this equation is coming as a constant, then you should explain that it is existing as associated molecules. But if not, you just check the C1 by C2 is constant, then you can say this is not existing as associated molecules, it is existing as simple molecules. It will be more clear if you are while doing the problems. Okay, so then next is the case where the dissociation of the solute. That means this in the second phase, for the time being we are using this, any of the phase you can mention, no problem. So in the second phase this molecule is dissociating into A and B. So it is undergoing some dissociation. This is the X is the solute, and if it enters into the phase 2, that will undergo dissociation. So we can't use, here the molecule is not existing as the molecule in the or the solute in this phase. So we can't apply the C1 by C2 is a constant that low. So what we have to do, we can just see how this thing. So X is the constant, here the concentration is equal to C1, and here the total concentration we can write as C2. So the dissociation coefficient or the dissociation constant, degree of dissociation of this for this reaction is taken as alpha, is the degree of dissociation, and of the solute X in solvent B or the phase 2. Then the concentration of various species, we can just write the C1 is the concentration of, if we know the degree of dissociation, this C2 is the total concentration of this solute in this phase. So X will, if alpha is the degree of dissociation, C alpha will be dissociated, and with the remaining concentration for the X is equal to C2 into 1 minus alpha. This according to distribution law, C1 by C2 into 1 minus alpha is equal to Kd. If the this alpha is the degree of dissociation and Kd is the distribution law. So this is the equation when this molecule is undergoing dissociation. So association case, C1 by nth root of C2 is a constant. Here this dissociation case, it is the C1 by, this is the equation. Okay, C1 by C2 into 1 minus alpha will be a constant when the solute undergo dissociation in either of the solvents. Then we can see the third case when the solute undergo the reaction with the solvents. Here the solvent is denoted as the S, and this X is a solute, then it will form XNS. Here the concentration is C1, and here the concentration is total concentration of this solute plus solvent is the solvent, or this complex is C2. So this is a reaction. X plus NS is the solvent molecule forming XNS. So if alpha is the fraction of solute that enters, if alpha is the fraction of solute that enters, alpha solute molecules is reacting with the solvent molecules, then the concentration of the uncombined, which are not the single molecules, will be C2 into 1 minus alpha. C2 is the total concentration. Alpha molecules have undergone reaction with the solvent. So the concentration of the uncombined or the single solute molecules will be, that is the concentration of X will be C2 into 1 minus alpha, and the concentration of the complex molecules formed is equal to C2 into alpha. That is the resultant structure complex, that is XNS. C2 is a concentration, alpha and alpha is the fraction of the solute that forms react or that react with solvent molecules. Then the concentration will be C2 alpha. By applying the equilibrium, law of equilibrium, K is equal to C2. This is the equation. So the XNS concentration will be C2 alpha, and the concentration of X is equal to C2 into 1 minus alpha, and this will be the concentration of solvent, or we can write as solvent raised to N. Since we can have large excess of the solvent, we can just omit this. Then we can write this is a this concentration can be if we have a solvent in large excess, so its concentration may be taken as a constant. So this can be written as C2 alpha by C2 into 1 minus alpha into solvent raised to N is a constant. This can be written as a constant, so we know the concentration of X in the two solvents. We know first the concentration of X in phase 1 is C1, and the concentration of X in phase 2 is C2 into 1 minus alpha. C1 by C2 into 1 minus alpha is a constant. So we can, by dividing these two equations, equations 1 and 2, equation 2 by equation 1, that is equal to C1 by C1, this term will cancel. This C2 into 1 minus alpha is there in both cases. C1 by C2, equation this 2 by 1. C1 by C2 alpha is equal to a constant. Since alpha is a fraction of solute that combines with the solvent, that is at a given temperature, that much molecules only will undergo with reaction with the solvent. So that can be taken as a constant. So this is a C1 by C2 is a constant. Here thus the combination of a solute with one of the solvent does not make any change in the fundamental equation. That means here the equation is the same, C1 by C2 is a constant, but if the solute undergoes the reaction with the solvent, the total numerical value will be changing. For example, if this solute is not undergoing any reaction, that's this constant, that is C1 by C2 is a constant, suppose the value is 4, and if that solute undergo a reaction, then the value might not be 4, that will be a constant at different conditions. That value can be 6 or 7, that is different from 4, that's all. Okay, so this part also is being asked as an essay question. Either you have the question was coming like this, either you have to derive the Nernst distribution law, the thermodynamic derivation, or this either of these three cases they will ask. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
ചേട്ടന്മാർക്കും ചേച്ചിമാർക്കും 1 2 3 മനസ്സിലായോ?